help me reach 2,000 subscribers. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Thank you. I still remember the exact words that lit up my screen that night. Don't call me. Just 3 words, but sharper than anything she'd ever said before. Emily had told me she was out with friends. At least, that's what she claimed earlier in the evening. I didn't think much of it at first, until the tone of her texts changed. Cold, distant, almost irritated that I even wanted to talk to her. We'd been together for 7 years, married for 4, and I knew the difference between a normal night out and something that didn't feel right. She'd been pulling away for weeks, always glued to her phone, smiling at random messages, brushing me off with "I'm just tired" when I asked if everything was okay. But that night, something inside me broke. Maybe it was her short replies. Maybe it was the gnawing sense that I was slowly losing my wife to someone else. So when I texted, "Hey, when are you coming home?" and she replied, "Don't call me," I didn't beg or argue. I simply typed back, "Then don't come home." I tossed my phone onto the couch and walked into the kitchen, heart racing as if I'd just done something irreversible. At first, I thought I'd regret it. Maybe I'd been too harsh. Maybe she'd come home angry, and we'd fight all night. But what happened next made the truth unavoidable. 10 minutes later, my phone lit up. 30 missed calls. The first few came in rapid succession, then a pause, then 10 more. I didn't answer. I couldn't. I just sat there, staring at her contact photo flashing again and again, my chest tightening with each ring. It felt like the truth was clawing its way toward me, and I wasn't sure I was ready to see it. Finally, the calls stopped. I thought she'd given up. Then a message appeared. "Please just pick up. I can explain." Explain what? The dinner that ran late? The co-worker she insisted was just a friend? Or maybe the real reason she told me not to call, because she wasn't alone. When I finally answered her call, her voice trembled. "Michael, please? I'm coming home. Just don't do anything stupid." Her panic wasn't about losing me. It was about being caught. When Emily walked in that night, her face was pale, her makeup slightly smudged, hands shaking as she fumbled with her purse. She looked at me as if I'd done something wrong, as if my silence was cruelty instead of restraint. "Michael," she began softly, voice cracking, "I can explain." I raised a hand.
No.
"Don't explain. Just tell me why you sent that text." Her lips parted, but no words came. I could see the internal battle raging in her eyes, the urge to lie, to twist things into something harmless. I'd seen that look before, the one people give when the truth could destroy everything. After a long pause, she sighed. "It was stupid. I just needed space." I didn't mean it the way it sounded.
Space.
I repeated, sharper than I intended. "Emily, we live together, sleep together, share everything. What kind of space do you need at midnight when you're supposed to be at work?" Her eyes darted downward. I didn't need to hear more. "Then where were you?" I asked. She hesitated. "At a coworker's place. But it's not what you think." I laughed, though there was no humor in it. "You mean your boss, right? His wife called me tonight." Color drained from her face. What?" she stammered. "Yeah," I said quietly. "She thought I should know where you really were. Turns out your boss wasn't working late. He was having wine with you." The silence that followed was suffocating. I could hear her breathing quicken, see her world unravel behind terrified eyes. "Michael, please," she whispered, stepping closer. "It wasn't like that. He's been helping me with a project, and his wife misunderstood. I swear." "Stop." My voice shook, not from anger but heartbreak. "Do you even hear yourself? You told me not to call you while you were at another man's house. And you expect me to believe this is about work?" Tears welled up in her eyes as she reached for my hand. I pulled away. In that moment, I realized it wasn't the truth that hurt most. It was how naturally she assumed she could lie, and that I'd never find out. Emily broke down, tears falling hard. But they didn't move me. I'd seen her cry over trivial arguments, meaningless apologies. But this time, the tears felt rehearsed, part of a script she must have practiced on the way home. Michael, please, she said again, voice trembling. I didn't want to hurt you. I swear I didn't do anything wrong. I studied her face for even a flicker of honesty. Then, why did his wife call me? Emily? Why would she even have my number? She went silent. That silence told me more than any words ever could. She saw you two together. I continued, voice steady, colder than I thought I could be. She followed him tonight. Found his car outside that cafe near the river. You remember the one we used to go to every Friday before you started working late? Emily collapsed onto the couch, covering her face. It wasn't supposed to happen like this, she whispered. Those words haunted me. Not it didn't happen. Not a mistake. Just regret for being caught. I watched the woman I'd built my life around unravel. The late nights. The secret texts. The sudden mood swings. Every red flag I'd ignored now screamed at me like flashing warning signs I'd been too blind to see. You could have told me if you were unhappy, I said finally. You could have said something instead of lying. She looked up, eyes swollen, mascara streaked. I didn't mean for it to go this far. He made me feel appreciated. You've been so distant lately. I almost laughed. Distant? You mean the distance you created every time you hid your phone, every time you said you were tired, every time I asked if something was wrong and you said everything's fine? Her mouth quivered. She said nothing. I took a deep breath, grabbed my jacket, and walked to the door. You told me not to call you, I said quietly. Now I'm asking the same respect. Don't come looking for me. Don't text. Don't call. Just don't. Stepping into the cold night, my phone buzzed again. Another call from her. Then another. Then 10 more. 30 missed calls later, I finally turned it off. Sometimes silence speaks louder than any argument, any explanation, any tear. That night, mine did.